Finally, didn't want to do it. Had to refresh page and start again. Anyone out there? Got 5 watching. Have we got sound? Let's see, we got a camera. Oh, it doesn't like that on my end. I did select high latency. Andy, can you hear us okay? Yeah. Jolly good. I've tried the old microphone stand with the webcam that I never actually used while we was down at Getz because it's too busy in the bar at night. Time we got thrown out the bar at 12:15, it was not time to go live. It was time to have a coffee and something to eat. To soak up the Beaujolais. Well, that's because we went from 5 people watching down to 1, which is obviously you. Well, I was going to start an half hour earlier, but my caring duties overstretched, shall we say. So we've got the contraband that was smuggled in from America. Which, can't remember what one I showed. Oh, this is my favourite one. Because I have I think it's a wooden Rivarossi old style coach converted into like an old 50s style diner. And I saw this and thought, that's got to go on top. Of the building. Now this is fiddly bloody bag. So these little modules that control them come with every kit you buy. They're all the same, apart from the really tiny basic ones. And whoops. I don't want to bugger it up, so we'll make sure we get the batteries the right way around. Ouch. 2. So, with a bit of jiggery pokery of whatever, we'll build a little frame, or we'll have to cut the roof so we can place that in there. And I don't know how the exposure will work on this. It'd be better if I turn my light off, see if it makes any difference. Oh, I've got to get the bloody thing. There you go. So you get a vague idea. You've got the see the camera's swamping it out a bit, but is that the right way up for you guys or not? Because so there's that one which will adorn the diner. This one, which they look a bit like fruit polos. Maybe they are the same thing, but in America they call them lifesavers. The other one is an American Auto Parts, Napa Auto Parts. As the modules are all the same, I'll turn it off and do a swapperoonie. Now there's 46 light combinations on the modules, so you just keep pressing the button until the one you're happy with. So that'll. You've got to watch the circuit board because they do give you a little bit of a nip. There's all sorts of. You can keep going. So I saw these on a YouTube thing years ago, and obviously they're only in the States. So I asked Anthony, sent him the Spondoolies, and he brought them over. And the last one is a tiny door sign that's fixed into the cable, and it doesn't attach like those ones. But that basically is the whole glaze. So you cut this down to fit the window, and that just flashes Hotel No Vacancy. And I'll drop the shit on the floor. Oh. So they were the goodies from the US. Take them out. Oh, we're alive now. Hi Chris. Hi Grandpa Rails. So they're a company in the US called Miller Engineering. But Tony Northeastern was quite taken with one. I did find him one on there which has got an ice cream parlour type thing. So whether he'll try and get that one. I think that was the one. I lost it. I certainly lost something. What am I going to do with it? Here it is. But they are a photoluminescent type material, and each layer is like energized and illuminates, and you can see they are pretty thin. They're not LED or anything. That's uses the same technology as the old watches used to when you press the button and they illuminated. But he's just sort of took it a bit further. So I was rather struck with them. There's a few more. I like this load of Looney Tune ones, which are actually hilarious, but I couldn't afford to buy them all. Hi, Grandpa Rails. Who we got on the chat now? I've got 8 watching, 3 in the chat. Going to the dogs. Hello, mate. So, yeah, that was them. They was obviously brought over. Excuse me while I just pack these away. I don't want to break them because I ain't going to get spares. So there'll be a nice little feature on the some of the American scenes. Dino did tip me off there was someone selling Wolfers kits, you know. Had a rummage, but they were all stuff I didn't want, basically. And they weren't that cheap. Save them for operations. Supposed to have a 10-year shelf life. That's probably longer than I've got. Batteries that'll last longer than me. So, a Primo tree. I did manage to figure out how to open the bloody box. I did treat myself to one of them. It was only sort of like the second from the cheapest. The other one was a little bit too small, but I think this was 14 quid. They look quite robust. And I did say to him, so well, I might buy some of the ones online. I said, but I'm buying it as inspiration so I can make me own better trees. But they are rather nice, but they're also rather expensive. Fair dues to the guy. I mean, they're all handmade, but yeah, they do look nice. So today's haul, which I have just put a post on something, I can't remember what now. I think it might be Instagram. So I did pick up 2 packs of Flex Track. Or I think there's a 6 and a 7 pack length. They weren't super cheap, but expensive, 12 quid. £2 a length sort of thing, which they're normally about 150, but concrete sleeper track's not as common secondhand. It's in reasonable condition, and that's the only reason I bought it, was just to have some more concrete, because I've got plenty of track, but not loads of that. A 3-way, which is always sounds better than it actually is. 15 quid. They keep going stupid money on eBay. And this is an Electrofrog, and it looks all a-okay. I only want 2, so that completes the project that I need for a 20 track storage siding, 1 each end. Alan at Dragon Junction gave me some of these little things, which are for the Dapol containers, I think, to interlock them or lock them on there. I think you might have seen I wanted the Bachmann ones, but these are Dapol ones. And I did get some Americana, although I did get rid of some. Andy, I did buy off of most of it was Ellis Clark. It was quite good prices for a lot of things. Some was, but most of it was quite, compared to everyone else anyway. So I've got 2 lots of Southern Pacific, which might be donor parts, I don't know. They've got KDs on them, and they've got metal wheels on them, so they might find their way to repairing some others. But for 4 quid each, they was worth having. And there was a flat, because I've been trying to get some flats, and I can't find anything apart from the new ones that are about 60 quid. I don't know what the homemade load is. They're painted and they look like glass cylinders. I haven't figured out quite what. Hi, John. I don't know what the guy made them from. They're quite weighty. There's an SLSF road. I suppose that's San Francisco, but that might get repurposed. But I don't know what the homemade loads are. But they do weigh quite a bit. And the best bit was my local-ish railway station, which is March in Cambridgeshire, was immortalised by Bachmann in various segments, so it cost an absolute friggin' fortune to buy the railway station with all the component parts. And this is one section of it. I've had a look online and they were 35 quid. I think they usually make around mid-20s second hand. And that one was £11. And the waiting room was £12.50, which again, they were 34 and they make mid-20s second hand. So that now means I've got to try and find the facilities room. Anthony, you're still up. I thought you'd have been getting some kit ready for the flight home, which is probably what I should be doing. But it took me a 2-hour drive. Well, just over 2 hours to get back. It was a slow slog with all the friggin' roadworks and spy cameras everywhere. The camera van was still under the flooded bridge. Well, it's not flooded now, but there's not a single worker or piece of industrial equipment, but they've got speed restriction of 40 miles an hour on a 2-mile stretch of road with no bugger on it. So I did pick up some more turnouts. So I've got to find a home for all these to stop them from getting damaged. 2 long ones and a medium. So I should be. And again, there were some new ones that were chucked in the bargain bin. A couple of smalls and a medium. You can never have too many. I think we'll have to wait, Andy. Unless they coincide their next holiday with another railway show. I did say to him, you need a week. Al, did you make it back? A Nightwing kit, which obviously, sadly, they are no more. Now, this is about £12 to £15 if you can still find a shop that's got stock. This was a £5, so rude not to, really, wasn't it? And some Yang Ming. I've met a few Yang Mings in my time, which is a decal pack to put on shipping containers, because I did buy some unbranded ones. And if Brian comes in the chat, I did get one MGR. Just for shits and giggles. And these are getting stupid on eBay. They're just the basic Hornby PGA. They're not, I suppose, if you call it anatomically correct to the actual PGA variant that British Industrial Stands did use, because you need a 3D printed enclosed top, which no one makes now, because there was one on Shapeways, but they weren't cheap. They just dropped on the top to convert it. That could be something for you, Timber. Oh, Jesus, I can't keep bending. So I've managed to pick 2 of them up because they are rocking horse doo-doo. And on eBay, if they do turn up, they're asking 25 quid, and someone will pay it. Unfortunately, they live among us. So, staying on the theme of PGA variants, these are still making good money on Evil Bay. So it was rude not to, even though I already have quite a few of them. But these are in better nick than some of the other ones, so that might be a case of stock rotation. Alan in the loft. You're back home as well. Everyone seems to have made it home anyway. And a ballast wagon. If you look for that on eBay, there's one at £40 and one at 45. Maybe I should send the guys selling the £45 one a picture of this. I don't think he'll change his prices though. So we done okay. And I did pick up one container. I think that was £2. Fives. And it is a reefer, not one you can smoke. So that was quite good, because I think Sea Rails was sell. I was going to buy some. Sea Rails never got around to them. And I think this might be a Dapol one now, because it's got the little bits there for them clips that you gave me. So if I have a rummage when I get to the point of rummaging for my containers at some scene, I've got to find a home for all this bloody lot. Or find another box for it. Clear the decks. Yeah, I've picked up because there's like the Yeoman PGA that Hornby made, and then there's the earlier version that Lima made, which they're slightly different. Well, completely different, really, but same theme, but different body variants. And I did pick up another couple of these. I did get some weathered ones, which will be on a video coming God knows when, with the time I've got them. They were a lot more than that, £6 each. Admittedly, they were TMC weathered ones, but the dog don't jump on them. And today's postal, or the week postal while I was away, was a good old Hornby Victorian semi-detached, which I've been after a while. I've got the original version, which was made by a company before Hornby bought them, which instead of brick, embossed brick patterns, it was stick on paper. And obviously, if you refer back to my first video, the shed was rather wet, and the slate, that's all gone mouldy, and it's still mouldy even in the box now. White powdery substance growing on it. In the box, a little bag of delights here. Some more rummaging from the Ellis Clark stand. An LMS. Oh, this is a Great Western one. I picked the wrong one up. I have to adapt that one then, because they go the wrong way. Before I picked up an LMS one. Maybe I did and drop it back and pick the wrong one up. This is a London North Eastern set. Original price was £1.72. They're now about 17 quid for this kit. Yikes. A Parkside Dundas 10-ton London North Eastern traditional box fan. And there we go, timber. Pack one. I think everything's intact. I think there was a brake shoe floating around in one bag, but couple of them. And Alan Aloft Bog and the Weir Yard. An old BMW. 1980s, 90s cars are a bit thin on the ground. I did get a Welsh Leyland Sherpa post office van, which I can remove the Welsh bit from it, so it'll just be a post office van. And a Ford Clitoris, as we used to call them, because they're red, and every See You Next Tuesday has one, or every rep in England was driving around in one, so we used to call them the Ford Clitoris. And that, I think, is it. I know I got a deal off Ellis Clark the first time round, because I tallied everything up to about 97 quid and he charged me 84. But the girl wasn't as generous today. I think she charged me the flat rate. I didn't get the nooling. £3 each. Well, that was 2 for a fiver. That's £2.50 each. And of course, not forgetting the generosity of Key Publishing, the £25 worth of publishing material, which I'm sure there was 4 or 5 books last year in their goodie bag. So we've got Pete Waterman's West Coast, £9.99. You can see why they gave that away. 10 quid for a bloody glossy book. Class 37. In detail. £9.99. I'm guessing that's the going rate for a glossy mag now, is it? And Scrapyard Scenes, which is also £9.99. Well, they said £25 worth. That's £30 worth. Gosh, how generous were they? They've given us the magazines they couldn't sell. Oh dear. The bag's blowing away. So, what's occurring? Have you been playing with your new toys, Andy? My wife's now on the phone because she wants a coffee. Well, you done quite well, didn't you, Andy, with your finds in store and your outside dodgy dealings in the back of a van. It's Coca-Cola. No, it's Pepsi, actually. I don't like cola. Coca-Cola. So this is almost like a big Clive video, isn't it? All I need is that. Hello, let's smash something up. I've even got Spodger somewhere. But, unfortunately, I haven't got 1 million subscribers like he has. Although I don't think I'd want 1 million. I don't know. And ironically, because I'm also Clive, and I do go on the Big Clive Facebook forum, I did, and I posted a comment once on something that someone put on there, and a couple of people messaged me because they thought I was Big Clive. And if you know Craig Ironhorse, Big Clive is sort of on his stature, only taller. If you don't watch bigclive.com on YouTube. So, I think that's it. It's now time to put the kettle on, I think. I might have an early night and go to bed at 1 o'clock. I think when I set the alarm clock at the hotel, that said I'd got 5.5 hours before the alarm went off. So that means I've had 10 hours sleep since Friday. Don't think I can beat Dave Scott's record, but he is younger than me. So I've got a bit. I bought these from China. You won't see them yet in the weekly videos. They're a leaf scatter type material that should be a lot cheaper than they are, but they're still cheap. I did buy some. They're more of an autumnal colour, and then there's these green ones, and they remind me of those little husks you get from the peppercorn twisty all grain peppercorn crushy things. And I did open the other pack and they smelt a bit musty. I don't know whether the camera will be, whether they're some kind of wood chip or whether they are actually an organic material. You never know with China. I've had stuff sealed in foil anti-static bags that doesn't require it. So maybe they smuggled something else in. It's supposed to be 35 millilitres in volume. Simulation mini leaves. Minja static leaf layout. Scenic model wargame accessory. I don't think they'd work in static grass. Who knows? They might charge up. I don't know what they're made of. That is the mystery. Whether I just go around in autumn and harvest all the seed pods. They could be. Chinese pant scrapings. You never know. They did smell a bit feisty. Did you buy your train, Alan? What you got there? Back in class 24. I've got Rayman. Yeah, some stuff is a good haul. I mean, I've had bits off eBay that I think they've probably bought them random ones and put them back in the box. I had that class 25 sound, which was, I think I paid 130, 40 pound for it, and it was as new. Lord knows what they'd ask for them now. I've got another one. I haven't put it on the track yet. I have tested it to make sure it runs, but it does. I haven't actually put it on the test layout. There's a little 08. That's a fairly recent one because the giveaway is the RRP. Now, I paid less than that for a TTS one when they put them out. But, ouch. Yeah, 185 quid for that. But then it's still a cheaper option than the new Bachmann one. And this again doesn't look like it's done a lot of work. Although I think a lot of people buy these because of what they are and then probably don't use them much. They just sit on the layout. It had a little bit of dust on it, but it hasn't, by the looks of the wheels, done a lot of mileage. I can't show you the ballast I've got out because it's buried in the cupboard of doom. But I did say, I think last night, Charterhouse Aquatics. You get the Calci sand. It's 10 kilos, so it's like a 20-pound bag. And I think it's about 17 quid. So you'd be able to do your entire layout. And that is, I think it's limestone that's crushed down to refine. It is suitable fine ballast. It's not. I did get some stuff years ago from a place in Suffolk. It was quite good. It was a big bag, but it is, looking back now, I wouldn't use it again because it's too coarse. So that's it, guys. I've got the night light on the phone, wanting a Cokie. And time for my caffeine injection. Keep me going for another couple of hours. So is this the right way up for you watching, or do I need to reverse it if I'm doing any taking something to bits videos? Is this the right way for you looking at it? I can't do my other channel and look at it because obviously I'm going to get audio feedback.
Can't do
like this.
Channel.
Yeah, as long as I know, because it's on one of them like microphone boom stands with a thread adapter on it. But it works quite well. I don't know whether I can change the resolution on this. It's got the light on it, which works. It does make the autofocus a bit fuzzy. Yeah, it's not too bad, is it? Yeah, so as long as I know if I'm taking something to bits video that that's in shot. Only thing is you can't zoom in 1080. And I don't know where the bloody, where is it? It's under here. I think if it's in 1080 now, I can't zoom on this. If it's in the 640, it'll come up with no. Move after zooming in. Not zoomable in 1080p. No, damn it. You've got to do a lower res and then you can zoom it and move the picture around. Okay, that's it. I have got to go and put the kettle on. So it was a quick show and tell and to test this thing here to see if it works. So it's a plus on both counts. We know the camera works for any future video or live where I smash something up because it doesn't work. And the sound's okay. Because my voice is a bit croaky after 2 days of yakking. So I will say TTFN. And catch you on the flip-flop. Keep your nose between the ditches and the smoky out your britches. 10-10 till we do it again. Super job, Jake. Right. I gotta go. Let's find how we end stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.